Yeah, the front is out. Let's come that way a bit.
Again. Oh, she stayed there, has she?
Well, yeah, it seems like it. Was that the same position as before?
For the bar straight. Yeah, she stayed there that time.
Oh,
In fact,
straight.
she's gone the opposite way.
No, weird.
Stream.
Must be the ground, yeah.
Must be. Soft on the big jump. Up and back straight again, Chris.
Okay, thanks.
That's why she tracked out when he was doing the no-hand thing.
I am.
You actually do a jump, Chris, with this jump here. What are you doing? Why are you doing these jumps now?
To get the tracking sorted out. The tracking's slightly off. That means when you're on the handlebar straight, the wheel can be sort of veered off to one side or the other. And the reason is that you can afford to lose, you know, a bit of an angle off one way or the other, but on the big jump, inch out the air can mean feet out the other side. Although it's a 20-foot wide landing ramp, it can take you over to one side, and with the side wind as well, that's what we don't want to happen. Alright, take it from me.
Are you actually biasing slightly?
Balancing it, yeah, we're balancing it with the suspension, but we're actually getting the tracking sorted out. The tracking's been twisting. Can you put your legs on it?
So you're setting it slightly. Are you setting it straight or are you setting it slightly opposite?
No, straight. Straight. She's been going crooked. My guideline on the takeoff ramp is my indication of where I'm going to land the other side. So it's crucial I'm bang on now. Yeah, that looks good.
Good there.
Yeah.
So the difference is 4 or 5 degrees to make.
Hell of a difference between me talking, you know, 250 feet over. It's a hell of a distance to go off, you know. I'd like to see actually how far we're doing that.
Yeah, it's not.
Because she was zinging. It's much better the ramp being over this side.
This side.
Yeah.
She got a bit of a rut there though. I don't know if it's kicking you at all.
No, I find it
It's okay, is it? Flat
I think it's a bit cooler today. Yeah.
Pretty stiff. Have you seen him pinging down?
Well, that's where I was born then.
Want to go again or?
I will in a minute. I'll get this interview over with because you've got to get up for the news station.
Okay, cool.
Only a lot in these left.
Yeah.
I understand you did things with Michael Jackson.
For a few years.
Couldn't get bigger than that, could you? Really?
Yeah, here today.
Yeah, really? Okay. I like his confidence. He sounds like my manager. Go on, Chris, you can do it. No problem. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike. It's
Yeah,
not
we're
far.
not doing it, are we?
Yeah.
What are you burning in there?
It's a mixture of 4-star with oil.
True. No, is it? Is it?
Yeah. What oil are we using?
We're using Castrol TTS. It's
Yeah.
a nice clean.
Yeah.
clean name.
It just burnt. It smelled a bit hotter than a normal mixture.
No,
No?
it's a castor-based oil, so it does leave a smell. But with the greens as they are, we try and keep as green as we can.
Yeah.
So she runs fine. They've developed a run on this fuel now, so.
You front forks are your own.
Yeah. This bike is 9-year-old. It did the world record back in 1986 over 20 lorries, and the world distance record 241 feet. But what it was a millionaire, Welsh millionaire, bought it off me, put it in a museum for about 9 years, and we got it back off him only about 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, a bike of this particular year model wouldn't exist now, in competition terms.
So it's a very special bike too.
Yeah, it's, you know, you develop a relationship with him, you know. It's a bit like a girlfriend, really. An ex-girlfriend. She's a good ride.
The 250 Thumper.
It's 500.
500.
Yeah, it's the top of the range.
I've been out of it
You've ridden bikes, have you?
a little bit, yeah.
I only passed my motorcycle test 6 months ago.
Well, I haven't passed mine here.
I never had a chance to take it. So, you know, I had all this time on my hands, so I took it.
So right then.
It was a bit embarrassing, because if I'd have failed, it was all in the local ranks, you know.
Chris Bromham failed motorcycle player.
Yeah.
Dear me.
Okay.
Something I was thinking about doing wrong last night, right?
Mm.
When I rode the bike, you've got the brake done up quite hot. And with the torsion bar being set like that, it might be causing it to slow down the back wheel when we're hitting compression. That could be kicking you sideways.
Is it?
You don't need the back brake much here. You can try it for me. Because you can
Okay.
run off quite and let me slacken it off a bit.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Technical stuff.
What's he done?
Slacking off the back brake. He thinks it could be when I'm landing, coming down, even without me touching it.
Get used to that brake, Chris, before you...
Oh yeah, seriously.
Right.
Gosh.
Yeah?
Not that you need brakes on this kind of thing, really.
But try it.
Wings you need, not brakes.
Yeah, that's what I'm frightened of. I might have those by the end of it. Yeah.
Big balls. Oh, there she is over there.
What's she doing over here? I thought she went to finish the interview. She's out at 1 o'clock. I'm thirsty now.
So you were already on a bike at that point?
Yeah, I was the youngest of a group of 5 boys, and my brother used to have a BSA Bantam. And when I was about 5-year-old, he used to perch me on the Bantam, hold it, and set me going. And to get off it, I'd ride up to the wall and let it fall and climb down.
So it fell underneath you?
Yeah, I just let it perch. It's just, oh, they're not paying for this, are they?
They're not in, they're not paying, they're not in. So after you were... Yeah.
And I just had £20,000 for that. No.
Yeah, damn. So, yeah, and that was a long time ago before you got your... long time between that and when you got your license?
I've only just got my license up till, it was about 6 months ago I got my actual road license. Because I never had a chance to take my motorcycle test. I've always been working and going for big jumps and world records, and I never had a chance to take it.
So from 5 years old, you moved on further in your escapades to wall dropping?
Yeah, I mean, then I got my first ever road bike when I was about 18, and I used to do sort of wheelies up and down the high street. Bit of a terror, I took too many chances. It's a miracle I'm still here. I'm sure I was at more risk then riding in those days than I am now. Things I used to get up to in those days were crazy, really. Wheeling up the high street with traffic coming, and at least this is calculated, and there's only me, you know, I'm going one direction, there's nothing in front of me, so it's very calculated now, but how I got away with it in the early days, I'll never know.
Did you learn from it?
I've learned from it now, yeah, I've learned that motorcycling can be very, very dangerous, and if you don't know what you're doing, your life's on the line, so you've got to be thinking about it, and such as today, you know, the jump that I'm doing, it's got a safety ramp covering the last 10 of the lorries, which connects to a down ramp, which is about 200 foot long, 20 foot wide. So although it's daredevil, you can look at it as daredevil. I don't look at it so much like that myself. I've done a pretty good job of motorcycle jumping, and you know, I know what I'm doing, and I get rid of all the dangerous elements as much as I can.
So how did you first starting the dangerous elements, ignoring that?
It happened purely by chance, really, out of the group of boys my own age, back in about 1976. Hit a canal bank slightly too fast. I had no intentions of jumping at the time. Found myself airborne and flew 41 feet. To my amazement, did it with the greatest of ease, and it sort of led on from there then. I sort of like practiced and practiced. But I didn't really get the inspiration to jump in and get into it in a serious form until I saw Evel Knievel jumping at Wembley. And then it sort of got me to thinking that, yeah, I can do this.
What was he doing?
He was doing the 14 single-decker buses at Wembley. He crashed on that particular event, but I was still sort of keen to give it a go myself. And that's how it snowballed, you know. I started doing my first shows, and I was invited to do a movie. Then I did my first world record attempt in 1981. I jumped 28 cars, 170 feet, which was big in those days. From there on, then my second jump after that was in 1983, and I did 18 double-decker buses, and that got me world exposure. That went all over the world, and it sort of gave me a good profile, a good stage for me to start off from, really. And it wasn't until '86 that I did the 20 lorries at the Royal Victoria Docks in London, and I cleared the world distance record of 241 feet. Out of all the motorcycle jumpers there are in the world, I was the only motorcycle jumper to get in the Guinness Book Records for ramp distance jumping twice. So it'd be nice to get in the third time. It'd be great.
Now, in addition to or right after the Evel Knievel, you moved on to do some more stuff. Then you got a big jump in '83. What did that?
That entailed going over 18 double-decker buses. There was 14 buses jumped before that, 190 feet, and I did 18 double-decker buses, 208 feet. So that gave me a good exposure, really, to prove myself as an all-time record breaker.
Professionally to do what you've been doing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the way you see things set up with film crews, and it was a good taste, really, for what was about to happen. It was
What
great.
did happen?
Well, from that point onwards, I worked in more films, and you develop, and you work with other experienced stuntmen, and you just learn. You're forever learning. You never stop learning at things like this, and you can get a lot of feedback off other people, their wisdom and their skill, really. And I've always been a great listener. I mean, I'm never above it all. I think you can always learn something off someone, and it's just great being there and meeting these people, other stunt people.
Now, it's been a while since you jumped.
Mm.
When did you jump last?
My last big jump was back in 1986 when I did the 20 articulated lorries, 241 feet. But then I was jumping after that, just bread and butter living, really. But then in '92 I was working up in Scotland doing a travel show, and my wife went out from where I was working, and pavement all the way to the supermarket, come filling station, petrol station. Never thought any more about it, and she took my children with her, and she was struck down by a road safety officer. He left the canopy door open, and he caught her between the ribs and the pelvis, and she died two days later, a day after my birthday. She got it on the 19th of '92, and my birthday was on the 20th, and she died on the morning of the 21st. So it knocked the wind right out of my sails. I mean, I'd been jumping for 19 years at that point. And then it just dawned on me that I'd lost my greatest friend and my greatest asset. So this jumping side had to stop. I had two little girls. At that time we were 1 and 4, and little Natasha was still in the nappy stages. So I had to do all that myself and just get them old enough to be up and running, really. I kind of feel irresponsible going back to it, but nevertheless it was my first love. And losing two loves in my life was a bit much for me, really, because I needed that. I always had forward planning. I was always doing something in the future. Bad enough losing Donna, but when I lost my career as well, I had no focus on my life. So I hit rock bottom. And I look at this today as really, from what I've been through, from the human factor, is a triumph over adversity, really. I hit rock bottom, and I'm back again, and I'm as good as I've ever been.
Why did you choose? Why now? What particular?
Well, the kids are older, for one thing, and psychologically I wasn't ready for it when Donna got killed, because I seen her die shortly afterwards, and it did leave a lasting taste. You got to have 100% concentration on this kind of thing. When you hitting a ramp at 100 mile an hour and you're looking for that guideline, there's a guideline on the middle of my takeoff ramp. An inch out either way can be feet out by the time you touch down, so it can be very, very dangerous. So you've got to be all together, and I'm all together now, so I'm ready for it.
Do you look when you're up there? Do you how far forward do you think? I mean, what are you thinking about? What's?
Well, when it comes up to the time of the jump, you get a real feeling, but you get on the bike and you do your stuff. I become part of the bike. It's just, luckily, it's still there. I was worried that it would have left me in 3 years, and it's still there, and I get on it. I'm so a part of it. I just get on and do it. I sort of dehumanize myself, if you like, from the point of view of my children. If I think about the children and what I'm actually putting at risk, I don't think I'd be able to do it. So you've got to really cut off from it, and that's what I'm able to do. Today I'll get on that bike and I'll think of nothing else but the jump. and just keep focused on getting the right technique and the right approach to the ramp and the right speed.
How did today come about? I mean, from a practical standpoint.
Well, it's fatalistic, really. I mean, like everything else, it was a stepping process, you know, one step forward, one step back. I had an article in one of my local newspapers saying that I'm making a comeback. Then a magazine took it up and did a feature on me, and then a phone call out of the blue from a manager, Mike Fisher, who used to look after some other famous people, and it led from there. And then he said, well, Chris, do you feel you're up to going for another world record? I said, yeah, let's go for it. It'll be my last world record attempt. I don't think I'll be going for any more distance records. It's a bit futile, really, because today I'm going for my own obstacle record. There's obstacles in distance. So I'll be going for, I've done 20, so I'm going for 21, but I'm going for the world distance record, because we've got a landing ramp 200 feet the other side of the buses to overjump, if you like. So I'm going for 2 world records today. But that's how it's all come about. It's just purely by chance. I've always found life to be that way, you know.
What's the practical set of steps that you take when you get on the bike on a day like today?
Yeah, I mean, the wind factor is a bit of a critical one today. We've got a side wind, so that can be very dangerous, but it's not blowing that hard at the moment. I just hope it stays like this. But the setup is, I use a certain degree takeoff ramp that projects me the distance I need. So the one on top of the scaffolding, the one for the world record, is at the same degree as my practice ramp, my portable ramp, which is on the ground. So I know what to expect and the kind of attitude I'd get off the ramp, you know. And it's all down to, I got a great mechanic, and he sets up my bike, and we've had a few problems with the back suspension.
So Chris, who's this now?
This little one here is Natasha, the quiet one, and this bigger one here is Natalie. This one's a real sweetheart, and this one's the trouble of my life.
So who's the motorcycle fan here? Natasha, you like motorcycles?
Do you? You can speak up, you don't have to be shy. She's shy.
You said you weren't scared earlier.
Are you scared? No?
How about you? Natalie?
No.
No what?
I don't like going on Daddy's bike. I get scared of it.
You like going on Daddy's bike? You're not frightened of Daddy's bike, are you?
You
You're a
go
good
too
pillion rider.
You go too fast for me, Dad.
Do you think so? Oh, well, I think you're pretty good myself. You're pretty brave, aren't you? But your sister's braver than you. She loves going on the bike.
I do, but I'm too scared.
She's too scared. What do you think about Daddy doing a jump here today? Are you scared? Yeah? But you know Daddy can do it, don't you? Yeah, she knows. She's got more confidence now, haven't you?
You watch him practice. You don't want to do it yourself.
Huh?
You don't want to ride yourself.
I do want to ride in this one. I'm not going to jump off, though.
This is unusual. I mean, these ones are usually chatty and they don't stop, but put a camera on them and they clamp up.
Oh, they'll get used to it.
Yeah. You don't have to, yeah.
All right then.
Okay? Go on.
yes, I have like some sort of brand actually. Package shop. Push on a bit of pressure on the back there, Chris. What's that? A bit of pressure on the back there. Yes, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cadence, drum and bugle corps are now in our arena.
What happens to it? Is it
It does get up to quite a gust. But at the moment it's nice and calm. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I got a little bit of plastic on the side of the takeoff ramp, which gives me a good indication as to how strong the wind is going and where it's going.
So how far do you drift in the wind? I mean, seriously, I mean, can you go more than a couple of feet in the wind?
No, an inch out on takeoff, on the guideline on the takeoff ramp, could mean feet out on the other side for landing. So it's very, very crucial.
And once you're up there, there ain't nothing you can do about it.
There's no air brakes, there's no point of return, that's it. It's all full throttle, and, you know, whatever happens is just down to God.
You can put your foot out and perhaps move you over a little bit?
No, it's a bit more technical than that, but I'll keep my wits about me and keep my adrenaline going.
Right, I'll tell you what, while you're doing that, I'm going to go to the end of the 8th car, and I'm going to stick my head up. Is that all right, are you? Can I go there?
Yeah, you're a bit short of air on top, so I think we can make it a bit shorter, can't we?
Right, go on then, go and do it. Let's see this. 8 cars are going to be jumping right now. Chris Bromham is going to go down.
He's going to take a run up. I'll tell you what, I need my hat. Pete, where's my hat?
Who owns the camp?
difficult for just Mike and I to put it together, but they sort of put us wise on a few problems that we might encounter, really. But it's been good.
Otherwise, you bought that this yourselves, did you?
No, that's our sponsor, that is.
Oh,
put that together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
It's well set up. It's designed by me, but it's different. Well, this will be the first one I've done in 3 years.
Is it?
But then you can also support the weight of a team member at the same time. The actual riders at the bottom of the 3 bank today are Lance Silver Hooper, Signalist Solekop, and Lance Silver Paul McMenamin. Here's all the shades of the riders.
You will see at this present time, Chris Bromham is on the top of the ramp, posing for video, posing for the press, posing for everybody. Chris Bromham will be with us in just about half an hour to do that jump. He did 20 lorries in 1986 and jumped a record distance in 241 feet in his book of records. So here filming behind the scenes, they call it.
What's up next? What are you going to do?
Biggie show that will be transmitted in about
Get out of this, because I've been tied to all these, and I'm sweating, I'm soaking, and it's very uncomfortable, and I'm going to have a breather. Yeah, just get out of these skins. I feel like wind on my own skin instead of these. Stuff's just sweating pints. It's great.
He's out there, he'll be ready, he'll be jumping with us.
Alright, thanks.
We've all got three.
All got three.
Three. Oops, sorry.
No, it's yours. That's yours. Oh no, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. No, you're right. You're right. Tash next.
I told him we get service when we come here. We don't need one.
Thank you, right? I'll help you. It's been a long time since I played Snap. How'd you play, Wendy?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Natalie to tell me. Come on. Okay. We got it.
Are you going to show us, Natalie, yeah?
6, 7. Make sure if you go 7, make sure you go 7.
1, 2, 3,
7,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's okay, you can.
That means I've got too many.
I've got 9.
10. 10. You don't need that one.
Are we supposed to lay them all out in front of us
4,
like
5,
you've done?
6, 7. What have you got?
No, I'm doing it wrong.
Now, you kind of take care of Chris's two little girls.
Yeah.
Full-time job?
It is now. I've been up here with him now the past fortnight, obviously, just to take care of him. I mean, I wouldn't normally come, so the past fortnight has been very, very hard. Yeah, it is a full-time job.
Yeah. Are they good kids?
Tash is an angel. Natalie's a bit harder. Yeah, she has temper tantrums, but
Sit down a minute.
I wouldn't alter
How
them.
do they get on with their dad?
Brilliant. They love their dad. Brilliant. Yeah, and he loves them. He spoils them rotten.
Do they get to spend much time with them?
Yeah, they're with him constantly. Past few days they haven't seen so much of him, obviously, because of all of this going on. But he spends as much time as he possibly can with them. I mean, up until the past fortnight, he's been dad constantly. So, yeah.
Does all of this palaver, all of the excitement, everything, does it wear them down, or do they like it?
They're enjoying it so far. I don't think they've really fully understood it, but now today everybody's here and, you know, it's all exciting. They're really enjoying themselves.
And the rest of Chris's family, I noticed there's a load of them there.
Yeah, and they're all very nervous. Very, very nervous. Obviously, I've been crying all day. So
when I said you must have one of the hardest jobs, I actually meant that I know you've got to help with the girls, but you don't have anything solid to hang on to. You just want to get this over with.
Yes, I'd be glad to go home. I feel I've helped out now. I can't do any more. I just want to see it over with and go home. So back to normality.
Are you going to watch?
I'm planning to, but whether I'll actually watch when he takes off, I don't know. I think my eyes might shut then. So.
It's the takeoff's not so bad, it's the landing.
It's the landing, yeah. So I think I will. If I can hold back the tears, I'll watch.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
All right, this is sorry to be such a drag, but the evil monster of television, it does have make these demands on you. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to say now you've got the camera running?
Oh, she's a professional lady. She's so professional.
Oh no, I know what it's like when it comes to editing.
Explain why you've got a.
Okay, right. Obviously, because we're a single-use camera crew, all right? So what we've done is we've made this arrangement with the other crews here that we're going to swap shots. So that makes our time margin very difficult. We can't afford to leave later than 4:30.
Right.
So if you can assure me that the jump is going to be at 4 o'clock, then that's terrific.
4
all right?
o'clock.
4 o'clock is going to be.
Get it over with.
Yeah.
Give it a gun.
Okay.
So I can
I
get
don't want to
back
put any more pressure on you now.
No, I'm just looking forward to getting over anyway. And the biggest triumph for me is killing my daughters afterwards. That's the biggest thing for me.
That's terrific. Okay, and I know you're looking forward to getting back to Wales, aren't
Oh
you?
yeah, been here too long.
Been the wrong side of the bridge for too long, haven't you? Now what we'll do is, because we're part of the ITV network, ITN will be able to use our pictures as well,
Right.
and hopefully I can try and get the pictures sent down to Wales for HTV, okay? So I'll get my news desk to phone them now.
Yeah.
All right, so all in arrangements, all the best,
Okay,
okay?
madam.
All right,
Nice to
take
meet
care,
you.
we'll see you afterwards, right? We'll do an interview with you once you land.
Oh, I like the confidence. Okay.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, take care, see you later.
Okay, ta-da. I'm on it. Oh, yeah, look. Yes, good.
More than enough.
Did I invent dinner today? Probably just as well. How's my tracking, sorry?
Done that.
Marvellous. Absolutely perfect.
Okay. I'm not going to give you a long spiel on the ramp, but I'm just going to get it over with. And just a bit of speed.
Bypass and
It did. Well, one bypass.
See how I feel. One or two.
one either side.
Whatever.
perhaps, is it? One corner side,
We'll
one
just
side.
meet you on the other side, bud.
Huh?
We'll just meet you on the other side.
Well, we don't want to meet you in midair.
No.
No. He's not that very good at handling the bike. We've seen- I've seen-
My arse and all the while big time.
Well, all this work and preparation.
Yeah.
Well, I do hope Lucas ain't paid for this.
Yeah, gosh. They're not. Oh, sorry. What if I stretch into my leathers?
Is it really?
Was that
Yeah. I think you've
Yeah.
got another film crew want to establish a dress shots. Dressing up. Do you want to?
While you're there, Chris, can you ask me to do the caravan, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does it actually feel like flying through the air at over 100 miles an hour?
Well, I've been doing it for 19 years now, and in that time I beat Evel Knievel, Eddie Kidd, and I'm the only person to be in the Guinness Book of Records more than once. And there's only a handful of us doing it in the world. There's only about 8 of us, so it's a fairly unique thing to do. So it's all the preparations are ready, and as much as I can, the safety features are in force, and hopefully that'll be to my benefit.
Once you've done this one, somebody else will take it away from you?
If they can beat it, if I can beat this one, I haven't done it yet. If they can beat it, then best of luck to them.
Will you have another go?
No.
What do you mean no? You're not going to chicken out after it, are you? Or is there a limit to which you think you can push yourself?
My limit now is my children. I got 2 beautiful little girls who I love very dearly, and it's really, I'm putting them through quite a heart-thumping moment at the moment, and I feel a bit cruel about doing that. I am a daddy after all. No, I'm not doing it anymore after this. I might do a contest, God willing. I mean, if I can get out of this totally unscathed and get a new distance world record, the biggest achievement I can get out of this is getting the other side and having a cuddle from my 2 little daughters.
Where will they be waiting? On the down ramp?
I don't know where they are, to be honest with you, at the moment, but I'm hoping that they're not going to be watching, actually. Guys, and if you can stop those children from walking up in front of my takeoff area, I'll go for it.
Okay.
So I'd like to say thank you for I know we didn't get a great turnout here today, but thank you for coming anyway. Cheers, thanks.
So there he goes, right the way round past all the lorries. Plenty. Chris Bromham will finally take off. He's coming back. Gonna take another look from the top. Up he goes. Right, up. I want to find out just how far he went with Chris Bromham. Now, this is going to be the one. Takes himself right down to the far end. Once he's in the air, he's on his way. He's coming down now. Keep your eyes on that takeoff ramp. Chris Bromham now accelerating very, very hard down towards the ramp. He's coming as fast as he can go. He's now onto the ramp. Keep your eyes on this, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Bromham comes up 100 miles an hour. That, the lorry in the middle. Let's see if Chris wants to talk about it. That was a song of testing the wind on that one. Okay, so you just needed the confidence boost.
Yeah, it's a long time since he jumped and yeah, well, that's it. He just needed a little mental and rock.
Here we go, coming down now. Lucky's lorry will be lucky this time. He won't be hit. He comes towards the ramp, opening up wide. He's going to hit the ramp. He's onto the ramp. He's coming up. Up to the first one. He may have come off the edge of the ramp, but he's in one piece. He kept that bike. In one piece. How's he doing? Let's get him over. Let's find out what's up. And what he's going to do. He's going to... Let's have a look. Let's get up the top. Wow. You fell to the edge there. How do you feel? Well, I won't say you're going to try again. You're going to psych yourself up. Think about that one. You think what you're going to do now. You've got away with that one. You've come up. Did the wind catch you?
No, it's the wind is head on and it's holding me back slightly, so it's difficult to get any speed out of the bike on projection, so it's very difficult, but we'll have to wait and see.
Do you want to go and take a breather for a minute and we'll talk in a minute, yes?
If you don't mind.
Right, okay, he's going to take a breather. He's going to take a breather.
He did quite well. He hit the lorry on the first one. He hit the level ramp on the second one. Let's see if we can see a landing mark. Up at the top.
Think about it. Where did he land? Let's look out for a tyre mark in the middle here. Can we find one? There we are. There's the first one, right the way through. The first one, whoops. This isn't really the landing area. However, there are no marks on the lorry, so there are two
No, let him out.
on these two lorries here.
Because there's where he hit.
And still managed to keep the bike in one spot. There, the first tyre mark.
How do you feel now you've done it? I mean, how do you feel actually hitting that ramp?
The impact was more severe than what I first thought. The impact was quite severe in actual fact. It's quite threw me off the bike, but I'm just glad I faced it head on. I said I'd do it. I'm here to see my kids afterwards. That's all that matters to me.
What did it feel that actual moment when you hit the takeoff?
It was quite a nerve-wracking experience, obviously. I mean, the speed I was hitting it was quite phenomenal, but I'm happy with what I've done. It's good.
And any attempts at it again, do you think, or is that it?
No, that's it now. I mean, I give it my best. I've equalled the world record. It's just pointless just risking it for what? Do you know what I mean? I'm happy. I'm alive. I'm okay. My bones are all intact, and I've got my children, and that's what it means.
Congratulations.
Okay. Thanks.
We've just got the camera. Okay. Right. He's our guy. This is coming out. Alright. I'll do it just for WTN. How do you feel? How are you feeling?
I'm glad it's all over. It's been daunting for the past week that we've been here in preparation for the jump. You sort of the doubt factor between that totally scared.
No, listen, your manager's given me this. What is that actually?
It's just part of my bike I broke off on landing, so it's a souvenir for you.
Great, thank you. Now looking at that, I mean, you're lucky, aren't you?
Yeah, very lucky.
That's the kind of impact that you hit.
Could have been me, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when I went off the edge, I thought that was it. Yeah, I thought I was going to be hospitalised. But I'm just pleased it's all over with.
Now, there's a lot of people in your family who are really pleased that you're still in one piece. What's in the future for you now?
Stunts all over the place, really. Just to be back doing it as a living, really. Not this kind of thing. I mean, this is big exploits, do you know what I mean? But I'm just pleased with what I've achieved. I've had a lifetime of taking risks. My wife gets killed walking on the curb by a road safety officer, God bless her, and I get away with these ludicrous things. I'm just pleased that God gave me the ability to be able to do it in the first place, and the courage. But this is definitely the hardest jump I've ever had to face in my life because my wife's gone and I'm the only dad. I'm the only parent left to look after them. So it was a huge challenge to me this time round. Just as a human being, this one was a hard one to chew because the risks are there, and I didn't want to leave my girls without parents. They're the most important thing to me.
No more big jumps now?
No, that's it. I mean, I'll do the jump off against Evil Knievel's son if he comes off, when he comes about. But that won't be so much distance as a contest. I'm good at what I do, and I've got years of footage there of all my past achievements, and it's glorifying to me because I've just walked away from it and I'm okay.
Okay, thanks. Okay, that was for everybody else. This is for us now, okay? All right, I'm sorry, that was... Is that okay for you all?
Yeah, thanks very much.
Chris. No,
that's her.
He's done 20 and a bit lorry. Do you realise that, Chris, where you got to? You got to the aerial on that 21st lorry.
Okay, you was in London now.
Yes.
What do you feel about this afternoon?
What do I feel about it? I've got my little girl here. She's beautiful. She's means an athlete. I'm just glad I got away with it totally unscathed. I've led a risky life for nearly 20 years. It's just important for me to just see sense now and just be daddy and just be glad just to do it as a living. Just working and and you know, just doing it as a full-time occupation, but not world records. I don't need to do world records. I've done it before. I've been in the Guinness Book of Records twice. I mean, do you know what I mean? You got to, you know, I'm not finished just because I just cleared 20 lorries. I mean, Evel Knievel in the old days was only doing 13 single-decker buses, so it's no mean achievement. You know,
but you have to be honest, you are slightly disappointed.
Of course I am. I would have loved to come up with a new world distance record, but you know, I've been there. I've been in the Guinness Book of Records. I've been in there twice. It's more than anyone's ever done before, so I'm happy with that. I mean, I got my beautiful girls. Yeah, I've got my kids.
Now, your manager's just given me this. What exactly is that?
That's a part of the swinging arm on the rear wheel. That's the part that takes the impact, and it's just thrown off over the side.
So that's an indication of how hard you hit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the impact on takeoff was phenomenal. I'm just amazed that I got away with it.
And for viewers at home, the idea is not to try this kind of stunt.
Certainly not. I've been 19 years of doing it, and I'm very, very lucky, but I'm very good at what I do, but just don't try it.
All the best.
Cheers.
Considering the crosswind, crosswind was taking away the power from the bike.
Okay. Give a smile. Okay. Okay. What's it? Can you take that off?
Well done, Chris.
Done it now. Okay. Right.
Come first.
Okay. All right.
I'm sure you'll do it next time.
Yeah, thanks. Right.
Are you kidding? We're live.
Yeah.
We're fucking wonderful, aren't we?
It looked pretty spectacular, didn't it? I mean,
It looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if it had looked any better, you'd have been in a lot of trouble.
I know, I would have been dead. Okay.
It looked wonderful.
Thanks. Thanks for the support. There's a hell of impact on it last one.
Jeez. It's a real springy patch there, it was. And he just, and bouncy as well.
Yeah. I was very surprised that when he came off the corner ramp that I was going to get hurt.
No, I could see you was in control. You would got yourself back onto the thing, and then you was away with it again. Heart in the mouth. It's a fair old distance up this. It's a long way.
After we'll measure Oh boy, I gotta get a drink from someone. Is there any lagers left there? Oh, cheers.
Going for the man.
No, the reality side of things.
Okay, what's next, Chris?
Next? Just be working, really. Just to work at what I'm good at. World records, though, I mean, was it proof? There are a lot of good motorbikers out there, you know. But I'm just pleased to be among the best, really. It doesn't prove anything by killing yourself, that's for sure. I've seen 2 good motorcyclists killed in this business. I didn't want to be a third. My 2 girls think about it.
There's a lot of friends and family here who are extremely pleased with the result today.
Yeah, it was traumatic for all of them. I mean, my mother just lost my dad 8 weeks ago, so it was a terribly traumatic time for her then. So to put her through this, so I'm not going to do it to him anymore. No way. You know, that was a long jump today. It equaled the world record, so it's no put down. It's, you know, the bike was a 9-year-old bike. Perhaps if I had an up-to-date modern bike, we could have done it. But you know, sponsorship scarce as it is at the moment, and they tend to look at this as a bit. When you think of what I've done and you put it in motocross terms, there are people breaking their backs, breaking limbs all the time. And when you think of what I'm doing, that's all I've done 19 years of jumping. That's not bad, is it? You know, So you think some sponsorship would be available to someone with my experience. So, but unfortunately, they look at it as terms of adverse publicity.
Well, things change, but you're going to be in the States, which is a land of some pretty serious sensationalism.
Oh yeah.
And I think you'll find some differences there. I know you've ridden there before. I know you've done a lot of work there before.
That's right. Well, they know how to build it up as well. I mean, they really do get behind things over there. They make it very glamorous. And the competition I saw over there last year was a phenomenal competition against Robbie Knievel and another jumper, and it was very well done. And it was set in the night time as well. It was all lit up, you know, and it just looked fantastic. They know how to do things right there. Oh, thanks, Paul.
Two.
He's thirsty work, I know. Thirsty work.
That is good.
Just tell me what you were second to Jackie. What's your name again?
Paul Vince, formerly from the Falcon stunt team. I was just saying to Jackie, you know, Chris done really, really well, and it's a shame that he never had a brand new bike from one of the Hondas or whatever. But he done really well, and I've been in this stunt game now for 39, 25 years since I was 14. I was with Eddie Kidd for 5 years, 6 years, L Majors, and I was at a show with Alan, and that was L Majors. His brother's here, he's just gone, and he was killed jumping over 32 cars. Yeah. I think Chris really done well today, you know. It chokes me a bit when I think about it now still, you know. And also another friend of mine got killed. He was with the Magnificent Seven. He jumped over 32 Rolls Royces, and he also crashed and was killed, you know. So it really is a dangerous thing, you know. Eddie's had, you know, he's been lucky a couple of times. He's had sort of things go wrong when he's jumped, and he's managed to hold on, and he's done really well as well, you know.
What do you think about another jump?
What, today? No. I mean, after the first one, I mean, Chris knew then when he came up he wasn't going fast enough, but he's got a safety ramp, which is the right thing to do, you know. You must have that. The second time he went for it, and he nearly made it, you know, but that's it. I mean, you never do it again after that. And he's lucky he sort of walked away, wasn't he, really? Especially the way, you know, when he came off the side.
Yeah. What about when he came off? What's the chances of being able to hold on, to being able to control that bike when it's done that?
Well, when you land like that, I mean, I've jumped over distances of up to 100 feet, which is not as far as Chrissy's done today. But it's very difficult, especially once the bike lands. If it lands sort of wrong or it bounces or whatever, and your foot comes off, or you know, Chrissy's foot going off his ankle, you know, and it happens so quick. You sort of, you know, from when you take off, the next thing you're landing, you know, especially when you're going fast. It's all right if you're just potting along, but you know, once you know, the bike sort of does what it wants after, you know, once it tips or whatever, you've got so many things can go wrong when you're sort of doing a distance like that. So many things, isn't there? When you get the bike and chain can break, anything, you know, there's so many.
Did you see him hit?
Hit? What do you mean?
Hit the ramp, the second shot.
Yeah, I was sat over there. Yeah. After seeing, you know, two really good friends of mine, what happened to them, I don't really like watching big jumps. You know, maybe on the telly, but when you're there and you know the person as well. I mean, I've worked with Chris. I was here a few years ago when Chris was going to jump 18 buses. And it poured with rain, and I felt sorry for him because it was all set out, and we'd done a little show first of all, and it was all ready to go, and there's a lot of people here, a lot more than today, and then it poured with rain, saturated the ramp, and he couldn't do it. He was really disappointed that day. You wanted to do it, didn't you?
Very disappointed. It was an awful, awful time. It's, you know, when you get all that work into the scaff and all that preparation, I mean, Paul is, yeah, he's a bit of motorbike jumper for most of his life. You know, he started off with Eddie Kidd and all that. And when it's all there in front of me and you can't do it just because of the weather, at least today I did it, although I didn't clear the last lorry, you know, at least it's finished with, you know. You know, we set it up, it's done, it's over with. But then...
You did equal the world record.
Yeah,
this is not a small feat.
No, especially on a 9-year-old bike, is it?
No, that's right.
I mean, Paul knows all about jumping because he's been in it for years, so he's... he's, you know, he knows me. We go back way back, don't we, mate?
Yeah.
And,
I don't think I'd like to have done that today. I wouldn't have to. I'm 39. How old are you now?
38.
38. I don't know.
Paul said he would have stopped you. He said he would have stopped you had you wanted to do
I would have,
another
yeah,
one.
definitely.
yeah, he's a good guy.
Sure.
Good one.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, you've seen him in the week. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're missing him, aren't you? I know. All right.
I'll finish now. I'll finish.
You finished?
No, I mean, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Oh, I know. I'm glad it's all over. I've done nothing but cry. I saw the first one, and when he said he was going back for a second, that was it.
Scream!
I had my head down between my legs, and I didn't see it. I missed it. So,
How about the
no.
girls?
They didn't actually watch it. They were up here with Shane. They didn't want to watch. Natalie just cried. She was screaming beforehand, so she wouldn't watch.
She's still a bit
Say thank you.
Thank you.
She's taking care of you.
No thank you, baby. You can have them both, are you?
Natasha, did you see it?
Did you watch Daddy? Did you watch Daddy jumping?
Oh, I buy you one.
Natasha, did you see your daddy jump? He went a long way.
Which one?
You're proud of Daddy,
Chris.
aren't you?
He went to Chris.
Very, very proud of him. Did you?
I have another one.
They'd rather have their crisps than talk.
You glad it's all over?
Yes.
Natalie?
You are, aren't you? Oh, I know. Okay.
No, I didn't mark it up.